Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Invicta Specs with John the Phone Guy. Today we have the Tonneau Diablo Punisher model 26928. This is a limited edition. This is number 240 of 3000. It's a 42 millimeter automatic. It has the NH35A 24 joule automatic movement, running at 6 steps a second or 21,600 vibrations per hour. This is a 10 atmosphere, 100 meter, 330 feet water resistance silicone strap with flame fusion. And we'll kind of get right into this. So as you can see, it's not, oh, I take it back, it is running, but I'll just give it some cranks here. So this is just a simple three-hand movement. It doesn't even have the date window. Technically, a 35A has the ability for a date window, and it would probably be somewhere right around between the 3 and the 4, somewhere in there. But for the aesthetics of how they built this, the date window is left out. You can see inside the eyes some of the skeletonization. Let me get up on it right here. Almost like a, not really a honeycomb, but like a V-shaped opening between it. And then of course, you know, you got the bullets around it, and you've got the crosshair on the back of the second hand. And this is a tritonite on here, and all that. So silicone strap, as I said, very flexible, easy to work with. This does not have the contour tip, but even still, it's a very easy to wear. And of course, the back of it, just kind of go through the specs on what it's saying, which I just kind of ran through, so it's all good. So you can see the limited edition, the Marvel Invicta. Normally you would see the rotor inside there, but the this case back is opaque enough that you're not really going to see it. And this is a, as you can see, a screw down case on here. And with that, you know, we've got the tonneau shape going this way, and of course you've got the ventilated, which this honeycomb design, or whichever you want to call it, carries in from the dial face to the strap. Single button. I mean, this is pretty straightforward. It does have 2 detents on it, because like I said, it can accommodate the date window. So the movement actually has to, it has a second one, which, you know, there's nothing really there. So you just push it back in and, you know, just wind. So, you know, the sorry about that. That's a little better. So you can see kind of a distressed metal look on the Punisher logo, and the bullet casings around. Of course, the tritonite, the rehaut is a very basic tick mark style with the hour markers on it. And with that, we'll kind of go right into, so they call it a 42. I'm wondering how they measured it. So they're measuring, because it's not a traditional, they're measuring this distance. If you went 10 to 4, let's see if I can get the 10 to 4. It's about 45-ish. Right down here at the lug, we're going to go 31. We'll go right here, 45. And the thickness on this is 16. And like I say, the strap is pretty small, so it's a 21. It's consistent, pretty much. Call it 19. Yeah, it flares just a hair right there at the top. And then the lug spacing, so we'll kind of go edge to edge here, call it like 52, and bring out the scales here. This is going to be a pretty light one because it's just not a big watch and the silicone. So we're at 5 ounces, which for a decent sized men's watch is pretty light, you know, all things considered. So I will put that on the light category. I have about a 7-inch wrist, so I'll show it to you on mine. I'm on 3rd notch. You can kind of see the profile of it, and sitting this way on my wrist. And I've got, you know, so it's got a little bit of room. I'd say we'll go all the way out to there. And this is just going to be a guesstimation. Based on where it is on my wrist or my forearm, I would say somewhere maybe around 8 1/4, 8.5. It's probably fairly comfortable. But even that, you can see that the slope of the lugs and the case make this an easily wearable watch for anybody in that size frame. I'd say based on where I was at around 7, you might be able to get the last notch at about 6.5, but it's going to be pretty close. But, you know, just kind of is what it is. So, but let's kind of get one more quick look at, you can see the internal mesh here and all of that. And as you can see, the 6 steps a second is a pretty smooth, but obviously it's not a Salida smooth or a Ronda R150 smooth. But I mean, it's a good workhorse of a movement. I have no complaints about how this thing runs or anything. It keeps really good time, and you don't have a date window, which for some people is probably a good thing. Keeps them out of the purview of the date police, so that's always a good thing. And with that, we'll just kind of set that guy right there. And just want to give shout outs to Instagram, Smitten by Invicta, Women's Fashion, and Invicta Watches, and YouTube, Trap Vision 3D, and Tommy Big Time. Of course, Facebook friends, Invictaholics, Invictacruisers, InvictaVets. And we do most of our shopping on shophq.com or invictastores.com. Their yellow tag or red tag sales always have some good options. And as always, if you enjoy this or any other video, please hit the subscribe and the bell to be alerted. And with that, I say enjoy your Invicta watches, and I hope to see you next time on Invicta Specs. Take care.